So here is my chapter 2, metric groups. All metric groups are real metric groups. So you all have to know this statement. And then I have given you all one remark. Note that Fn of Cn tending to R2n, this is my complex and this is my real. Now this function is defined by Fn of A1 plus IB1 comma A2 plus IB2 comma up to AN plus IBN is equal to, now how I am going to write this as, now this is equal to A1 comma B1 comma A2 comma B2 comma up to AN comma BN, okay, is a bijective map. Next is my remark, and you all have to know this remark, very important. If AI comma BI, okay, in the bracket I wrote where my I is equal to 1 comma 2 are groups or vector spaces or Cn comma Rn comma Hn etc., we say that a diagram, I have drawn the diagram on the next page. So moving to the next page. So this is my diagram. F1 goes from A1 to B1 and my F2 goes from A2 to B2, and here my G1, it goes from A1 to A2 and my G2 goes from B1 to B2. Now this diagram commutes if F2 into G1 is equal to G2 into F1, that is, if we start from A1, if we are starting from this A1 and come to B2, that is A1 tending to A2. So A1 goes from G1, it goes from A1 to A2. So I wrote here G1 goes from A1 to A2 and then F2 will be going from A2 to B2. We should reach the same element in B2 if we come to B2. So suppose same way, if we are starting from here to, and if we reach here, then even from here this side also we can go, right? So that is F1 goes from A1 to B1 and G2 goes from B1 to B2. So if you can go from this side and reach to B2, okay, even you are starting from A1, right? So same way from A1 you can come back this side also. So in both the ways. Next is my example. I have to find B belonging to M2 of R such that RB R2 tending to R2 is a counterclockwise rotation through an angle theta. Now here I have given you all the diagram, this thing. Now this is my x-axis, this is my y-axis, and this is my p of x comma y, where this angle is phi and this angle is theta, that is my q of x dash comma y dash. And what is my p of x comma y is equal to r cos of phi comma r sin of phi. Next, I have again written it here, same part. What is my p of x comma y is equal to r cos of phi comma r sin of phi. Now what is my q x dash comma y dash is equal to r cos of phi plus theta comma r sin phi plus theta. Now here we will write as it is r cos, okay, r. Now what is we are using a formula over here, cos of phi plus theta. So you have to use that formula trigonometric. Then cos of phi and then cos of theta minus r sine of phi sine of theta, comma, then we are doing it for this r sine of phi cos theta plus r cos of phi sine theta. So remember, for this sine of phi plus theta we have used formula, and for this also we have used formula. Okay, now what you will get here, now r cos of phi is nothing but what, r cos of phi is nothing but what, x, and r sine of phi is what, y. So I will write this has x cos theta minus what is my r sine of phi, y. So here it is y. So minus what I wrote, y sine theta, comma, what is there, r, what is my r sine of phi, y, and cos theta, write it as it is, plus this is my what, x, then sine theta, write it as it is. Okay, next, now you all have to find out what is your b, right? So now rb of x comma y is equal to x dash comma y dash. It implies your x comma y, write it as it is. What is your rb? I will write my rb as this, a b c d. Okay, is equal to, write this as it is, x dash comma y dash. Now this implies what, x comma y, write it as it is. What is my a comma, this is nothing but a b c d, this I have written it here, which is equal to, what is my x dash comma y dash, this is my x dash comma y dash, whatever I am getting. Okay, so I have written it over here, and now this implies x comma y. Now this is my x value, cos theta, and here sine theta, and here it is minus sine theta, which will come here, and again this cos theta here. So this is your b part, whatever you are getting. Okay, and this is equal to what, x dash comma y dash. So finally I wrote, this implies b is equal to cos theta sine theta minus sine theta and cos theta. Okay, so we are done with this example. Next, so now here in the next is my theorem, and the theorem is what, GL n of complex is a isomorphic to subgroup of GL to n of R. Now here is the solution. We will prove this theorem by constructing injective homomorphism. Now we are constructing, okay, rho n, it goes from GLN of complex, this C, tending to GL to n of R. Now in the above example, for B is equal to, we got this, right, cos theta sin theta minus sin theta cos theta, it belongs to M2 of R. This we have taken from the above example. So this is my what, so here I have taken B is equal to cos theta minus sin theta cos theta, it belonging to M2 of R. So B, this B we are writing it as RB. RB rotates a point in R2 by an angle theta in counterclockwise direction. Also I am taking my A is equal to e raised to power of I theta belonging to M1 of C, this is my complex, has the property that RA into RE raised to power of I phi is equal to, this part I will write it as it is, RE raised to power of I phi into A. Now this RA we writing it as A. Now what is my A? Nothing but e raised to power of I theta, right? So this part I will write it as it is, and what is my A? E raised to power of I theta, which is given here. Now this is equal to what? This is equal to r e raised to power of I is common in this. Then you have to say phi plus theta. This phi plus theta. Now this is what? After writing this, you have to say which rotates the point r e raised to power of I phi. So which point it rotates? This inside point, okay, by an angle theta in counterclockwise direction. So in this case we say that A belonging to M1 of complex and B belonging to M2 of R have the same motion, and we write it as rho 1 of A is equal to B. So this theorem ends up here. Okay, you all can write it down.